Everybody has a name for their generation, right? So I'm old, I'm over 65, I'm a boomer, yeah. Or you might be Gen Z, or you might be, well, should say Gen Z in Canada, right? Or you're Gen X, whatever. Let me tell you the name for everybody who today is 25 years and younger. That generation of people who are 25 years and younger, they are called Generation Screwed. Yeah, they are screwed. So I'm not even kidding. They're screwed. Like, if you look at that group of people who are in many cases just coming out of university, first of all, youth unemployment. Youth unemployment is at a high not seen for 30 years, and it's only going up. Okay, how about all the things that are lined up against people under the age of 25? So, do you think, are they screwed on ever buying a house? Well, if their parents aren't rich, yeah, they may be screwed on buying a house, because even though house prices are falling, they're still mostly batshit crazy in a lot of the big cities in Canada. So they're pretty screwed on an easy path to buying a house. Are they screwed on wages? Yeah, with youth unemployment at 14% and with stagnant wages in Canada for well over a decade, then they're pretty screwed on wages too. Are they screwed on high tuition? Well, for the last 10 years, tuition has gone up and up and up, and people have taken out bigger and bigger loans, again, assuming your parents aren't rich. So when I was young, university tuition was, I don't know, $200 and a sack of potatoes. Like, it was not meaningful. Like, nobody was absolutely prevented from going to university by tuition. But today, you're not prevented because you can borrow the money and then end up $50,000, $80,000, $90,000, $100,000 in debt when you get out of university. But wait, there's more elements of Generation Screwed. So what happens when you get out of university today? Well, let's say you took a business degree. Well, and you probably spent $90,000, $80,000 in student loans. Okay, what happens when you get out with a business degree? Okay, banks, insurance companies, the normal, sort of entry-level jobs, even in energy, but the entry-level jobs of business analysts, sort of junior project managers, people, but particularly analysis and review. Gone. Those jobs are disappearing so fast. AI is eating up everything that has to do with business analysis. AI can do it for 10 cents, 2 cents, 1 cent on the dollar compared with wages. Look, it gets worse. Let's say you spent your $100,000 in tuition and graduated with an accounting degree. Well, you graduated with an accounting degree. Don't get me wrong, accountants aren't going anywhere. They're sort of a registered profession. You have to have accountants sign off on certain types of financial reports. But wait, will they be hiring, or will just the old accountants, the older generation of accountants, just want to hold on to their jobs? And if they can see a way of eliminating the younger generation with AI, why wouldn't they do it? Of course they're going to do it. They're accountants, for God's sakes. They're the first people who want to save money. Yeah, they will wipe out the next generation of accountants, the next 3 generations of accountants. So if you graduated with that degree, you are now Generation Screwed on that degree. Hey, let's say you got a degree in gender studies. Well, if you got a degree in gender studies, you made a mistake on day 1. So yeah, the DEI is dead. So you're done. I mean, I'm not kidding. It sounds funny, but I'm not kidding. Like, there are people coming out of university today who are faced with an impossible path for employment. That's called employment scarring. That means that you are going to be put so far behind, you might even have to you walk away from your whole university education and see if the bricklayers are hiring. I mean, I'm not even kidding. It's that bad out there. Okay, so when you really start to break it down, how bad off are the people under age 25? Oh, I know. Some of you are going to say, Ron, you're exaggerating this AI stuff. You can't possibly be right. Yeah, I'm right. Believe me, I'm right. It's coming. It's coming faster than anybody thinks. It's coming faster than most people think. And it will absolutely affect us all. Now, do you hear about any Canadian government addressing this issue? Yeah, a couple of provincial governments are trying to push young people into the trades. And that could be a good thing. But at the end of the day, in Ontario and British Columbia, Ontario in particular, greatest construction slowdown in the last 30 years is going on right now. Right now, construction jobs being lost, zero new residential houses to build. It's just in a complete catastrophe. So again, generation screwed. And look, there's a reason young people continuously talk about leaving Canada. You might not think they do, but they do. They talk about it all the time because the prospects here are not good. Look, when I was 25, my parents were dirt poor. We didn't have a nickel, okay? The truth is, I believed I had a bright future. And it's turned out great. I mean, I'm not rich like Brookfield rich or Carney rich, but I'm very comfortable and I've been happy with my career. I don't know too many people who are 25 years old unless their parents are handing them money for a down payment, handing them money, or inviting them into their business or finding them a job with one of their friends. I don't know too many parents who are able to do that, really. And I sure as hell don't believe any 25-year-old today in Canada without that parental help thinks they got a bright future. Sounds negative, I know, but ask them. Ask 25-year-olds, ask 24-year-olds, ask students getting out of university. Look, there's some super bright people, there's some big go-getters, there's some big talent, and there's always super positive people in youth who think they've got something going, but ask them what they have going. But you'll also meet a ton of young people under the age of 25. They don't see it. They don't see a bright, positive, economically beneficial future for themselves because it's not there.